Okay, welcome back to Virginia this morning. Time to enter the sweet zone. Baker extraordinaire. Let me tell you, Leanne Fletcher has the perfect ending to a meal. Her raspberry coffee cake is on today's menu. Wonderful to see you again, Leanne.
Good to see you too.
All right, so this has raspberry preserves. It's coffee cake. It's just pecans. Where would you come up with this?
It's really good. You know, to tell you the truth, I came up with this because, as you know, I'm a school bus driver. Yeah. So actually some of my students had given me some cooking ware at the end of the school year, yes, because they know that I'm on the show. So I came up with this recipe so I could...
we can dedicate it to her.
Yeah,
we can dedicate that student.
Their family, it's awesome. But it's a really simple recipe. You can use, you know, you can make your own cake mix, or you can just buy the box from there, and you're adding like 3 ingredients to it, and then making your topping.
But what is it about making it from scratch and not the box that does it really elevate the dessert?
I think it does. The preservatives, you know, there. But again, I know, especially during summertime, you want to get your kids active and doing stuff. You know, obviously just taking that box cake out, mix, putting a couple ingredients in there. Easy. But yeah, so turning a box cake into something completely different, which is good. Do you like to incorporate the children? Get them in the kitchen as well? Absolutely, absolutely. My son that is 12, he is already into baking. He's done some... Is he really? Yep, he's actually created his own website through school. Awesome. So yeah. All right, I'm sensing a guest. Okay. Maybe next week we'll get him in. He's not busy, right? You never know. Not so during summertime. Where do we begin right here, Leanne? So again, a box cake mix. We're just adding this in with the butter that we have in here. How much butter? With this one, we're just doing like 2 tablespoons for that. And then your box cake mix. So 2 tablespoons? Yeah, just enough just to give it a little. We're not going to make this a cake. We want it more dense for it than with your cake. So usually with your cake, you're going to have your oils, your waters, and stuff like that. With that, it's just going to be just a little bit of butter with that. And then we're going to add in some vanilla. Oh, is it just like a little dash, right? Just a little dash. So we have vanilla in there, and then we also have a little bit of lemon. Based on we're using the raspberry, it just helps pull that out. Is the vanilla for color, or is it mostly for taste? Because you didn't really necessarily use a lot. Just a little bit for taste. Again, we're just incorporating, bringing that raspberry out. And again, you don't have to use raspberry. If you're more of a strawberry fan, they have rhubarb, blueberries, whatever preserves that you like, you can use that. And then just 1 egg is going to go in here. Just one? Just 1 egg. Again, we're making this more of a dense cake with that. And then we're going to have oats with it as well. Oats. Cup and a half? Cup? What do we have about almost a cup. That we're going to go with that one. And then that's going to get mixing for that. And when that's mixing, after that's all done, we'll take a little bit out. Probably only it's about 1/4 cup. And the reason why we're doing that is take a little bit out. Just take a little bit out. And the reason why we're going to do that is we'll let that keep mixing on that side. Is we're going to actually make our topping for it. All right. So we have this topping. We already have our pecans inside there. And we have a little bit. They're crushed pecans? Of oats, yep. And the oats, again, is coming from the mixture that you have here that you've taken 1/4 cup out once it's all mixed together. Add a little bit of pecans inside of there. I know they have a lot of flavored pecans. They do. So do you like to use just straight up traditional, or maybe throw a little curveball, use some flavored pecans? I like the straight up ones for the raspberry ones. Because there's so many other layers of flavor anyway. Yes, yes. But other ones, especially like the toasted ones that we had earlier, you can definitely use flavored ones for that one. But these are going to get toasted once we get in there. Wonderful. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. A little bit of cinnamon inside of that. As if it wasn't sweet enough. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Yes, and that is what's going to give us that nice top on there, and nice and sweet. So this doesn't necessarily have to be completely mixed. I mean, it's getting there. And then we have 2 tablespoons of butter that we're going to put inside. 2 more tablespoons. 2 more tablespoons. Okay. This gives it a little bit of a foundation. And that gives it that foundation. Absolutely. Okay. So does your son sit in the kitchen with you and kind of looking over your shoulder and maybe coming up with his own? He does, and he loves coming up with his own recipes that he has. And he has his own website. He does. Oh, good man. Yeah, he's beat me. Stick with me, Mom. But he loves to bake. He's done it since he was, little. Always in the kitchen with me. Great. For it. My other one's a sports one, so he could care less.
So he comes in and enjoys the fruits of your labor. No pun intended.
Absolutely.
Right?
So,
all right, so that's pretty mixed up, right?
That's your mixture.
How are we doing over here in the mixing bowl?
With that one, we're just going to keep on doing that. Again, it doesn't take too long with it to get it in there. And then afterwards, what we do is...
We needed a quarter cup?
Well, we've already taken that out.
Yep.
So we've taken that out. At that point, we would then put that inside of here.
Okay.
And then what I like to do is, again, this is about a cup. You can use less than that, but put a cup on top of that layer.
Oh.
Then you would
Give me a spoon. That looks awesome right there.
You would take your, after that, you would take your, you can scoot that way.
Yeah, sure.
Take your brown sugar. And again, you would just pour it on top like this. And once you've poured that on top, that point is going to go in the oven.
Wonderful. So the topping goes on before it goes in the oven, not afterwards.
Now, what I like to do, just to get that crossed around the edge, once you put that dough down in there, scoot it all around the edges. That's what's going to give you your rim.
Okay.
Put your raspberry preserves on top, and then put your toppings, put it in the oven, probably about 20, 30 minutes.
This is like an awesome pizza.
Wait,
we've been talking about it all morning, and you know I firmly believe in quality control. So I went back to my office and I found this delightful mug with an old logo, so don't judge us. And I thought, why not try a little sweetener?
And your coffee.
And my coffee.
We've got the raspberry preserves right here.
Right?
You're taking it to another level.
That's right. Sorry.
Go for it.
So she's taking this instead of dessert.
Wow.
You know, I like the
It's a liquid dessert.
Then what we do is we take
this
and turn it into breakfast. It's a breakfast
little
tart,
nibble,
right?
Man.
That's not even a princess bite. Come on.
I gotta leave
Go
room
for
for
it.
the
Wash it down. So how long in this?
About 30 minutes in the
30
oven.
minutes, that's it.
And it just
Joy, sit there.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Leanne, it's great to see you.
It's not as sweet as I anticipated. That is.
Okay, by 2 o'clock, you're going to find this recipe on our show website at WTBR.com/VTM.